Hello students, today we will start with the second sector, that is the industrial sector during the colonial rule. So in the previous class we have discussed about the agricultural sector during the colonial rule, and we came to a conclusion that it was stagnant. There was no growth, there was no initiative by the British government to upbring the condition of agricultural sector. There was no big difference in the industrial sector. Also, the industrial sector was the same as of the agricultural sector. There was no sound base for the industrial sector, which means that the British government do not bother or do not initiate any efforts to establish an industrial base in the country. The second thing is there was a decline in the handicraft industry. As I've told you earlier, handicraft industry is one of the major feature of Indian economy before the British rule. So there was a decline in handicraft industry during British rule because they have implemented a double-fold system of systematic de-industrialization. So they have a systematic way in which they have de-industrialized the handicraft industry for their own benefits. So these were the basic effects of the British or the colonial rule during or prior to independence. So let's discuss the features of industrial sector during colonial rule. The first feature during colonial rule was de-industrialization. So during colonial rule, the British government systematically destroyed the handicraft industry of the country, and it was on the twofold policy of theirs, that is to have raw materials from India for their own industry, that is they used to take raw materials from our country for the industrial base of their own country. And the second thing was they were exporting finished goods. They were exporting finished goods in our country, so the domestic industries have to face competition with those machine-made cheap products that was being exported by the Britain to India. That is, we were importing those finished goods from Britain. So the first feature of industrial sector during colonial rule is de-industrialization and basically decline in the handicraft industry. The second feature is adverse effect of decline of handicraft industry. As the domestic industry has to face competition from those imported goods from Britain, so there was huge decline in the handicraft industry. Because of that, there was an adverse effect of decline in handicraft industry on the Indian economy. That were first, due to this there was high level of unemployment in the economy, because most of the population who are not engaged in agricultural work, they used to have their artisan qualities, or they used to there was high level of unemployment in the economy, because at that time those who were not engaged in agricultural work, they were engaged in some handicraft industry. But due to decline in those handicraft industry, they were left unemployed, and they have no option other than to join the agricultural sector. So again, it was creating burden on agricultural sector also. The second effect of decline in handicraft industry is that we have to import goods from, or finished goods, so as there was a decline in handicraft industry, so to fulfill our needs we have to import goods from, or finished goods from Britain. So these were the two basic effects of decline in handicraft industry during colonial rule. The third feature of industrial sector was lack of capital good industries. So the country was not only lagging back in the handicraft industry, but there was also lack of capital good industries in the country. So we don't have those industries which can provide us basic machines and tools for small industry. So again, we have to import those machines or tools from Britain to fulfill our needs. So due to lack of capital good industry, there was no industrialization in the country, because everybody have to depend on the traditional tools and traditional methods of while producing goods in the country. So no initiative was taken by the Britain to have or to establish capital good industries in the country. The next feature is low contribution to GDP. The contribution of industrial sector to GDP was quite low, even we can say it was negligible, because of all these features which we have discussed earlier, that there was deindustrialization, the handicraft industry was not doing so good, and there was lack of capital good industries in the country. So because of all these factors, there was stagnant or leftover industrial sector in our country, which was not contributing towards the GDP of the economy. Next is limited role of public sector. So this I have told in this point also, that in this lack of capital good industries, that is, no initiative was taken by the British government to have industrialization in our country, and due to that, the role of public sector during that period was very limited. Though there was a need of establishment of more public sectors due to the amount of investment that is required for industrialization. So the role of public sector was just limited in few areas, that was railways or ports or in electricity supply. So the role of public sector was very limited, though the need was huge. So these were the features of industrial sector during British rule. Let's recall them again. So there was a systematic deindustrialization in the economy. That is, there was decline in handicraft industry by Britain, and the motive behind this, the motive behind deindustrialization were these two: that India will act as a exporter of raw material to Britain and will become an importer of finished goods from Britain. The next point is, due to decline in handicraft industry, there was an adverse effect on the economy, and those were high level of unemployment in the economy and we have to import finished goods to fulfill our requirements. The third point as feature is lack of capital good industry. So we were not having any proper base for we were not having any base for capital goods industry. Due to that, there was no ignition in the industrialization, or industrial revolution was a dream at that point of time. Due to all these factors, the contribution of industrial sector towards GDP was very low. The role of public sector was limited in the industrial area during the British rule. So these were the features. Let's talk about the causes of deindustrialization, or the causes for decline in handicraft industry. So we have discussed about the features of industrial sector during colonial rule. Now let's discuss why the world famous Indian handicraft industry was declining during the British rule. So the very first point under the head is introduction of discriminatory tariff policy. So during the British rule or colonial rule, the policy of import and export were biased or discriminatory. So when we were importing goods from Britain, the taxes were not that much, but when we were exporting handicraft goods to other countries, the taxes rate were very high. So due to this factor, the Indian crafters were not able to export their goods outside the country. That act as an disencouragement to them, or that act as a barrier for producing more and more goods. The second point under the same head is low-priced machine-made goods. So availability of low-priced machine-made goods also make it tough or for the handicraft industry, because the competition in the domestic market becomes very hard. They have to, who will purchase a good, or if we take an example, if you are having a cloth rupees 100 and the same cloth is provided by someone else at rupees 1000, so which one will you prefer? Obviously this one, if the quality is around the same. So that was happening due to the usage of basic tools and basic techniques, the handicraft work take a long time to produce a single piece of cloth or to produce a single cloth piece. So obviously it will be expensive, whereas the machine-made good available in the market by the British government was of not that much of cost. So because of that factor, there was a decline in the demand for handicraft goods in the market due to the competition, due to its competition with the machine-made goods in the market. The third point is change in taste and preference of the consumer. So the taste and preference of the consumer also changed due to the availability of imported goods. So they were more inclined towards those goods which were being imported from England, as that make them feel that they are having status in the economy, or they can afford that kind of product. Because of all those factors, there was a shift in the taste and preference of the people from handmade handicraft goods to the machine-made imported goods. The last point is fall in encouragement. So there was no encouragement to the handicraft industry, no efforts were being taken by the British government to uplift their conditions. So because of all those factors and these factors, there was a huge decline in encouragement to the handicraft industry. So there was a huge decline in the industry during the colonial rule.